Having said that, what we're talking about doing here, right? Keep it simple. We complete the 2 smart steps one time. Create 3 free co-op wallet accounts. We know how to do that. And we simply assign a token to 3 in 7 days or less one time. This has to be done, right? And so what ends up happening here is we give the 3 tokens to 3 people one time, and it puts them on the escalator, and it moves you to $35 predictably, right? When they turn around and complete the 2 smart steps, how many times? One time. It puts their people on the escalator, moves them to $35 as a thank you, and automatically, independent of your involvement, up to $47 in residual cash flow. And remember, because our subscription is every 28 days, we get paid 13 times a year. So that's $47 right now at 13 times a year. And then as this duplicates, you're going to naturally go to 96 as your 3 strategic partners go to 47. And then naturally go to 258 as your 3 strategic partners go to 96. And all the way up the escalator, and we're talking about $13,423, 8 weeks. Now that's moving slow. We have people, enrolling 3 accounts within an hour. It can be 8 hours and the numbers would still be the same. 8 days and the numbers can still be the same. So what we have here, you guys, please understand, we have a predictable income escalator that creates an infinite success line. I want you guys to really marinate on that real quickly. Predictable, right? One of the reasons why people will quit on their goals and dreams is because, and go back to a job that they were trying to get away from, is because of the predictable nature of a paycheck, right? They know that they're going to get that paycheck. But the problem is they're not really conscious that that paycheck is already spent in the form of residual bills. That's why they have to continue to do it over and over and over again. And that's what they're feeling. That's why they're looking for a better solution. But it's so easy to go back to your comfort zone of trading hours for dollars. But the value of a job, which stands for just over broke, is the predictability of a paycheck, right? Well, we solved that here. This is a predictable. You do this one time in 7 days or less, you're at 35. And the story is the story for everyone. They'll go to 35 and you go to 47. You have to at least get on the escalator, right? And then once you get on the escalator one time, the automation takes you up. That's why we say escalator. And it creates an infinite success line. We're not MLM or network marketing in that vein. We don't have an upline or downline. I've always disliked that terminology. It ain't about looking up or down on anyone. We have a success line. Everyone can be successful by completing the 2 smart steps one time ever. Hopefully you guys are starting to understand and grasp the weight and magnitude of where we sit in this moment in time in history. We're talking about the greatest mass distribution of wealth in our lifetime. We have what? We have rides on demand because of what? Uber, right? We have hospitality on demand because of Airbnb. We have food on demand because of DoorDash and things of that nature. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have money on demand. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? To be in a position to wake up when you get through sleeping, right? And you're living your day. It blows me away when I see people with their loved ones and everyone's like an ostrich with their head in the sand in their phone, going through social media, looking at everyone else's lifestyle, all of these different things. That blows me away. The only time I like to really go on my phone is to go ahead and hit the refresh button to see my deposits increasing throughout the day. But I'm living my life. The same thing can happen for you because we have location freedom, right? You're not tied down to a desk or a building because you have access to the internet and the blockchain, right? Then you have the time freedom because of the scalable residual income. And then the financial freedom that comes along with this beautifully ran process. People, this is the greatest project on the face of planet Earth today. Now, let's talk about barrier of entry, right? We're talking about a low barrier of entry of about $125. Here's what you guys got to understand is that when it comes to if you don't have a whole lot of money to play with, that you're ready to risk, right? We get that, right? We understand that people are robbing Peter to pay Paul, so they can't put in. Some people can't even afford 500, 1,000. They definitely can't afford 20 or 30 or 50 or $100,000 for a traditional business. Many people, so it's a low barrier of entry. So when you don't have a lot of money, then what you have to do is you have to make up for it in speed and time. Time is your currency. You pay instead. So don't lollygag with this. Move quickly to get your 3 wallet accounts activated. Because the barrier of entry is so low, you make up and make the big money through speed, and time is your currency at that moment in time. Remember, you have 3 currencies in life: time, money, and knowledge. I'm sharing some knowledge with you, based on evaluated experience that was shared with me with people that were generous enough to share with me that has impacted my life. This works as advertised, right? So all brand new members, get it out the way. Now, the reason why we say in 7 days or less is because we definitely want you to have that happen before your 28-day subscription comes back around again. We want this to be a one-time out of pocket. And we're talking about getting 3 people on the escalator, using the exact science. Once again, they don't have to like it, they just have to use it. There's so much that we do in our life that we don't like. Many people are going to dead-end jobs they don't have a passion for. They don't like it, but they do it anyway. You don't have to like it to be successful here. Just use it. And I promise you'll fall in love with it.